What's up guys, Riley here from RP Productions, and today we're going to be going over the 3 most popular ways to protect your paint using the wax method and also using the sealant method. For today's video, I'll be using 3 different Adams Polishes products. I have the Buttery Wax, I have the Americana Paste Wax, and then I also have a paint sealant. Now before you use any of these 3 products, you're going to want to grab a clay bar. And go ahead and clay bar the surface of your vehicle to get rid of all the surface contaminants and make it a nice smooth working area for you to apply these products to. If not, you're kind of just defeating the purpose of these products, and you'll get a lot better results if you use a clay bar before you do any type of wax or paint sealant. So many people have the question of what is the difference between all 3 of these products? How do they act differently? What's the pros and cons to each? And I'm here today to share all the benefits and non-benefits of each one of these. So the easiest wax that Adams has to offer is going to be their Buttery Wax. Now the Buttery Wax, I believe it's the cheapest option. It's also going to be the option that lasts the least amount of time. But if you're in a hurry, you want to get a quick wax job on your car, it's, like I said before, it's not going to last nearly as long as the other 2, but it is the easiest, cheapest, it offers some shine, and it also still offers some protection for your vehicle. It's basically the most simple and easiest to use kind of starter wax, and so you pick yourself up some Buttery Wax if you're looking to go that route. One step up from the Buttery Wax, here we have the Adams Americana Paste Wax. Now a paste wax will last generally a little bit longer than the Buttery Wax, and will also offer a thicker layer of protection. In fact, it's the thickest layer of protection that you can put on your car that Adams sells. It's a paste rather than a liquid. Another benefit of adding the paste wax is that it also offers the most shine out of any product that Adams sells. So if you're looking to get a nice, good coating with some shine, the Americana Paste Wax is going to be your best bet. Now the downside to both of these waxes is the fact that they're carnauba based. And carnauba basically kind of melts at about 180 degrees. So if you're like me, I live in Texas, park your car outside, your hood will probably get to 180 degrees, give or take. And then that carnauba will kind of just melt off and it won't protect your paint any longer. So, if you live somewhere where it's cooler outside, or if you're going to do this in the fall or winter or spring, those would be really good options. But for the people that live in very, very hot climates, you might want to look into an alternative. Now the method that I'm going to go with when I make my full detail video later this week is I'm going to be using the Adams Paint Sealant, which is going to be the longest lasting option out of all of these. I've heard you can get up to 6 months of protection with the paint sealant. And then it offers the most protection, like I said before, but the only thing it does not do is it does not offer any type of shine. So that's why after you finish with the paint sealant, you go ahead and grab some Brilliant Glaze, which is basically just like shine in a bottle, is what they call it. And then you go over it with the Brilliant Glaze to add that nice shine. So with this process, it's kind of a 2-step process. With those, it's just one. Now also you could do the route of doing the paint sealant and then adding the wax on top of that, either one of these waxes. But no matter what, if you're going to use paint sealant, you want to use the paint sealant first. That way that's in direct contact with the clear coat to offer the best protection for your vehicle. Now like I said, I live in Texas, so it's extremely hot here. So for me, in the summertime, the paint sealant is definitely the best way to go for me. I leave my car outside a lot when I'm at work and stuff, so I need the most protection I can possibly get. But once, cooler weather comes rolling around, I'll probably go ahead and just use the Americana Paste Wax or the Buttery Wax when I'm looking for something kind of quick and easy. But really, it's up to you. But let's go ahead and do a quick little demonstration of how each one of these products works here on the Scat Pack. So first up today, we're going to be using the Adams Buttery Wax, the quickest, simplest method, and also this yellow hex applicator. Now I believe you can buy, there's like a little kit which comes with the applicator pad, the wax, and I believe a towel. All that comes in a little kit, make it very easy for you. But pretty much just shake it up a little bit, add just a little bit to your pad, set this off to the side, and go ahead and just start rubbing it in. Now, the cool thing about the Buttery Wax is that it's super simple to use, like I mentioned earlier. It goes on super easy and comes off super easy. So, if you get distracted or something and you have this left on your paint for a little bit longer than you'd like, it should come off super easy for you. And like I said, it still offers some protection, not as much as the others, but it will still protect your paint. And just a very simple wax to use. So once you finish kind of going over the panel and doing a very poor job like I have done here, but works. So gonna go ahead and let that kind of sit there for a second. Now grab a microfiber towel. I believe this is the double soft towel. Now one thing I really do love about Adams is their towels are freaking awesome, and the fact that they're white also helps out tremendously when you're looking at them to make sure you don't have any type of debris or anything before you go ahead and put these on your paint. So now the cool thing, as you can see, I'm hardly putting any pressure on this towel, and it just comes right up. Over there had a little bit of a thick spot. Camera kind of went out of focus. It was off camera. But, you know, like I said, just super easy. It just glides right over the paint. Very simple to use wax, and definitely my go-to wax if I'm looking for something quick and easy. Next up, we're going to be demonstrating the Adams Americana Paste Wax. So, like I said before, this is a paste wax. So kind of has a little bit different properties than the liquid wax. As you can see here, you know, you can hold it upside down, it doesn't come out. Use this little provided little applicator, kind of just dig it in a little bit, get some paste on your applicator pad, and just kind of go to town. And now, like I said before, this is the thickest layer of protection that you can do for your paint. It also is going to be extremely easy to use. You know, I really don't see how this could be any more difficult than the Buttery Wax. I mean, I guess everybody has their personal preference, but to me, I would probably go with the Americana Paste Wax if you're looking for a simple type of wax to use, just because it offers a little bit more protection than the Buttery Wax. But like I said before, everybody's gonna have their personal preference, and each one does a little bit different things. So now that I've let the wax haze up just a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and take another double soft microfiber towel and just apply a little bit more pressure than the Buttery Wax, but still does not require hardly any effort to buff this excess out. And really it doesn't matter if you go left or right, in circles, up or down, it really does not matter. But as you can tell, which I don't know if you can tell, but definitely the most shine, or more shine than the Buttery Wax, and you can definitely feel when you're going over it with the towel, there's definitely a little thicker layer there between your clear coat and the elements. Now last but not least, we're going to be giving the paint sealant a shot. Now this, like I mentioned earlier, is what I'm going to be doing later this week on my full detail video. So it says to use a black hex applicator pad. I don't have one, so I'm going to use a red one. I don't know, shoot me for that. But I'm just going to apply just a little blob of the paint sealant to the applicator pad and set that aside. And now pretty much just kind of apply it in this general area. And you know, once again, nothing really to it when you apply this. It's extremely simple, just like the other two. You know, all of these methods, I wouldn't say they're a super quick thing to do, or anybody that's going to take the time out of their day to wax their car is probably somebody who doesn't mind it. I mean, if you're a car enthusiast or whatever, if it's your first time waxing a car, I think you'll actually kind of enjoy it. You get to know your car a little bit better. But you know, the paint sealant goes on super easy, just like the other two waxes. You can kind of feel it's a little bit thicker, kind of very similar properties to the paste wax after just using that. So you know, just going over this little section, just doesn't matter. Like I said, if you're going to do swirls or side to side, it really just does not matter. Just make sure you cover the entire surface, and then gonna go ahead and let this sit here for a couple minutes. And now you'll come back with another microfiber double soft towel and go ahead and buff off all of the excess. Now, sitting here buffing this off honestly has almost identical properties to the paste wax, just from, you know, like I said, going from one wax to the other. Well, this isn't wax, it's paint sealant, but you know what I mean. Very similar properties, very easy to remove. You don't have to worry about it caking onto your finish if you're doing it in a garage like I am here. If you're doing it outside, I believe the Buttery Wax is the best method to do when you're outside in the heat. But step one of that process is complete. Set this off to the side. Now I'm going to grab my Brilliant Glaze and a little blue microfiber applicator thing. Oops. And go ahead and just apply just a little bit to the blue applicator, and pretty much just go over the area that had the paint sealant on, and go ahead and give this a nice shine. So the cool thing about that Brilliant Glaze is it's nice to use right before you go to a car show to really make your car stand out from the rest. Everyone will be like, wow, that thing really is a really bright car. And you know, super simple to use. I really don't know how anybody could have any complaints about the difficulty. All this stuff is just a little bit time consuming, but pretty much every option that you've seen today, as you just saw, are all almost the exact same application process. Now I'm sure you can guess what happens next. Grab another towel and go ahead and buff off the finish. Now the cool thing about this stuff, super easy to remove. It doesn't take any pressure at all to get this stuff off. There's a little water spot, but it has very similar properties, I guess, to kind of like the Buttery Wax. But like I said before, it's just kind of a shine enhancer, and that's about the only purpose that the little Brilliant Glaze has. Well, there you have it, guys. That is pretty much the 3 most popular ways to protect your paint with the Adams Polishes lineup. Now, like I said before, everyone's going to have their own personal preference. I've had some people tell me they like the paste wax better than the buttery. I've had it vice versa. But you know, after using all 3 of these, just in this short period of time, back to back, do I have a preference? Not really. I think it would depend on the application. For example, if I know it's going to be hot outside, summertime in Texas, I'm going to go with the paint sealant just so I kind of don't defeat the purpose of spending all that time on my car, since that would kind of just go away. They all have their pros and cons, but all 3 of them are great products. It just depends what you want to do with them. I'm sure I'll use all 3 of these methods at every given different times. It just kind of depends, like I said, on what you're trying to do. So if you're interested in any of these products to protect your paint, head over to Adams Polish's website. All the links will be in the description below, and you can find which product suits your needs best. As mentioned in my last car cleaning video, you can use my discount code, which is RPPRODUCTIONS, all one word, and that will give you 15% off your order. So that should help you guys out a little bit as a way of saying thanks for subscribing and watching the videos. And you can pick yourself up some cool car cleaning stuff in the process that I thoroughly enjoy, and I think you will too. So look forward to my full detail video on the Scat Pack coming probably later this week. It's supposed to rain the next like 5 or 6 days, so trying to wait for the rain to get out of here before I can actually spend countless hours on this car. I just don't want it to all go to waste after Mother Nature does its thing. It's like But thank you guys for watching this video. Stay tuned for more. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Quick side note before I go. Yes, I am too poor to afford a proper table, so I had to use a high chair. Also, when you detail your vehicles, please do not wear a watch or a belt, because those will scratch your paint. So if you noticed, I'm wearing basketball shorts and a shirt, so that's what you should be wearing. Don't be trying to impress anybody while doing detailing. Just, keep it simple. Alright, so before we go, we're going to go ahead and drop some water here on the hood and the different sections and see if we can see any difference between the waxes. So this was the Buttery Wax side. That is the Buttery Wax, and so as you can see, beads up very nicely, still falls off the car, just like you'd expect. So now let's walk over here to the paint sealant. Now it's probably going to run down, well, actually let's do this one first. Let's do the, what was this? The paste wax. So let's try that now. Paste wax beads up nicely, as you can see. And now we will try the paint sealant and the shine. Ooh, that works very well. So, out of all of these 3 products, which one do I think beads water the best? Honestly, very tough to say. I don't know, that's a tough call. I'll let you guys be the judge of that.